Good morning. I don't see connected. The moderator of this table by program should be Mr. Patrick Nyangweso. Is he online? Mr. Nyangweso? I don't see him in the list of the participants.
Me too, I don't see Mr. Patrick.
I don't know if we can start directly with the speakers, since we don't see the moderator connected. On the program, I have speeches by Mr. Gerald Maharia and John Mwendwa. Are you connected? Is it possible that they are still in the general session? Just a moment.
Hello, sir.
Good morning.
I'm trying to reach out to them to see if they can join.
Oh, thank you.
I'm trying to reach out to them. Just a moment, I'll get back to you.
Thank you, Ambassador Mapanga.
Thank you.
We're sorry for having you waiting. We are trying to connect with the expected speaker.
Yes, hello, Mateo. This is Matwanga again. I think I've talked to one of the presenters, John Mwendwa. He seems to be engaged on something else, but he says he has somebody from Kenya Investment Authority who is supposed to represent him.
Okay, so we
representative of Kenya Investment Authority.
Oh, okay. We can give the floor to.
But we
to
can
him.
start. We can start as
Yeah.
you have suggested, please.
Yeah, I think yes. So from Kenyan Investment Authority, please take the floor.
Good morning. Good morning, Ambassador and the team here. My name is Guracha Adi from Kenya Investment Authority. Welcome on board. John is just calling me. So I think we can start with the presenters this morning.
Okay, we can see you.
Okay. So I understand from Ministry of Health, we earlier engaged Dr. Macharia, who apparently is out of the country. So I think we can start with Mr. Isaac Ngetich. I believe he's from MTRH with his presentation. Isaac.
Thank you very much. My name is Isaac Ngetich. I am representing our CEO, Dr. Wilson Arwasa. And I was part of the discussions, not necessarily on the presentation, but all the same, I am pleased to join this meeting. I'm very pleased to meet with our Italian partners as we forge forward for the implementation of some of the projects in healthcare. Just want to give a brief on Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital. We are located in Eldoret, about 300 kilometers north of Nairobi. And we are a national teaching and referral hospital, level 6 hospital, serving around 22 counties in Western Kenya and the whole of Western Eastern Africa generally, all the way to Congo, all the way to Rwanda, South Sudan, and Uganda, Tanzania. So we are serving over 20 million population, but in Kenya, we are doing, as I said, 22 also counties. Well, MTRH started way back in 1917 as a small European hospital and has gone far to be a referral hospital that caters for over 1,000 inpatients and also 1,000 outpatients every day. So our specialization has gone from seeing ordinary ailments to specialization in oncology, specialization in other areas, orthopedic and top-notch surgeries that have been done, including the recent cornea transplants. We do routine kidney transplants. We are an hospital that has the largest dialysis equipment. We dialyze more than 30 patients in a day routinely. I think for a brief, we are doing expansions in I think from the projection of the government and also looking at the need for population. We are expanding in terms of infrastructure as well as the subspecializations. We are planning to build a 2,000-bed hospital. Partnership and financing is on course, and we are soon to break ground. We are doing a lot of partnership with other countries like the USA, the USAID partnership, and Moi University, our training partner in medical field. And also we are doing our own training and supporting training of other disciplines within the hospital. We have a college that we are running programs and graduating students who are vital as a workforce for the healthcare in the country. And as we engage in this program, I hope we will identify areas of cooperation. There are many areas that we can discuss, and I think that will be my introduction as we go forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Isaac Ngetich, for your presentation. And now next, we expect Mr. Amit. Amit is from one of our manufacturing pharmaceutical company called Universal Corporation. Mr. Amit, please take the floor.
Thanks a lot. Good afternoon, Mr. Ambassador and everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, good afternoon. Yes.
Let me just present. Let me share the file. Just a sec.
Yes, I think you can activate your video.
Yes, sir. Right.
Okay, fine, we see it.
Okay. Basically, we are the one of the largest pharmaceutical manufacturing industry in Kenya, located in Kikuyu. We started our operation in 2000. This is 1996 we established our manufacturing. We started in 2004. We got our funding from FinFund in 2005 and 2008, which also helped us to be achieve WHO PQ. By the way, we are happy to announce that we are only one in Kenya, which is WHO pre-qualified, and two in Sub-Sahara. The other one is CIPLA, the quality chemicals in Uganda. We are present in 22 countries, directly or indirectly, either through the Global Fund, UNICEF, or directly to the neighboring countries. We are also part of the MNC called Strides Pharma Science, which has acquired in 2016. And as I mentioned, we are the only one in the two in the Sub-Sahara region, and only one in Nairobi with a WHO PQ. When I say WHO PQ, especially the WHO team comes and inspect us on the regulatory and other quality affairs. What gives us an edge on others is being part of the MNC on the Strides Pharma Science. That gives us an edge on others regarding the diversified business model, supply chain, the strong R&D facility which we have in Bangalore, India, the highly automatic operation. In fact, all our quality metrics, our QMS system is managed through the IT. That means there is no manual intervention on that. The experienced management team, which I have a global, as I mentioned, that side being a MNC, we have the experience which we can gain over here, and the quality compliance. I mentioned we have experience of 27 plus years in the pharmaceutical industry, over 30 plus million revenue, 100 plus products. We are based in 22 plus countries we supply with. We have 400 plus employees employed in Universal Corporation, and also we have 10 plus licenses, which include WHO, UNICEF, our local authority, as well as the neighboring countries. We have a capacity of 3 billion tablets, and then the other doses of form also we have as capsule, sachet, creams, ointment, and liquids. What gives us an edge is, as I mentioned, our IT system, which quality metrics is completely on IT systems. These are the major IT software which we use for our quality management system. For QMS, we use TrackWise. For learning, we use UL. For NewGen, documentation, everything, which helps us to give an edge apart from others, where there is no manual intervention, and our regulator has actually, this helps us to give a confidence to our regulator too, that there is no any cheeky thing which is done on release of the products. These are some of our major WHO PQ products, as the things which are transferred from our parent company Strides is AL, which is anti-malaria, and tenofovir lamivudine dolutegravir, which is a first-line treatment for ARV. Apart from that, there are the two products also, lamivudine, duodine, and efavirenz. However, there are certain products which are also developed locally, which is sulfamethoxam and pyrimethamine, which is again for anti-malaria for pregnant women, as well as the combination with amodiquine. If you see, we are only few players in the world which have these products. For AL and Teno, it is 6 to 8, and for sulfa, it's only 3-4 people which are there with these products. We also have an in-house training program. One of the major thing which we lack is obviously getting a trained people. That's why we started in-house training program. What we do, we hire trainees from the fresher, which are graduated recently from the colleges. Then we train them in-house. That has helps us a lot. In fact, we have not had any person in a supervisor, except a few cases, in a supervisory or managerial role. We always develop from trainee to supervisor or manager role. These are the people who are still with us with the training, and they are doing quite well in the various departments which they are hired in. You also have a FLP, which gives us on building a future leader for the group companies. In that, we also identify people and help them to be a future leader or develop internally to be a manager or any other key managerial roles. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit, for that presentation. Your company, you have clearly indicated, is one of the 2 sub-Saharan African countries that have, or companies that have WHO approval or pre-qualification. So I'm sure you are doing good, and the investors, participants who are here, I'm sure they are interested and can get interested and get in touch with you. I'm seeing Andrew To. I don't know whether you are one of the presenters, Mr. Andrew.
Not really. I'm just a participant.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right. All right. So I understand there's no further presentation remaining because Minister of Health person is no longer available. If we still have time. So if there is anything can be raised by the members, I think you can proceed, as I can also come in and maybe give some statistics and maybe just some facts about the health sector in a short way. Anyone?
If there are no question or further presentation, since we have a little time left because all tables have to conclude in the same time, maybe we could go a little more in depth if you're interested in the follow-up of this event and in the preparation program of the business forum that will be held in Nairobi later in December. My name is Matteo Masini from Italian Trade Agency. If you are interested, we could a little bit explain what is going on after the end of this event. As was mentioned in the opening session, with the Italian Trade Agency, together with Kenya Investment Authority and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, will set up, actually we already prepared, a virtual showcase. That is a web page where it will be possible to upload information, data, and production and other information about Kenyan companies that will take part in the business forum in Nairobi in December. So this information will be available to Italian companies, to Italian interested counterparts, probably from next week or the first week of October. And since then until December, the web page with the showcase of this data will be available to Italian company to visit, to take information, and also to get in preliminary contact with potential Kenyan counterparts. So what we are going to do is to diffuse, to distribute information about this virtual showcase so that the biggest number of Italian company can take advantage of this opportunity, in the perspective that when the business forum will take place in December in Nairobi, some contacts will have been established already. Some business opportunity will have been already discussed by interested company. So the business forum itself will prove more effective and more useful for companies, because those companies who will take part in it will have had already the opportunity to know each other and to see which kind of business target can be of interest of both parts, Italian and Kenyan. The web platform will be very easy to use. We have the possibility to make it very, very simple, and will be arranged by sectors in a way similar to what we are doing today. Today we have tables, virtual tables dedicated to single industrial sectors. On the platform, we will have the same subdivisions of companies in industrial sector, so to facilitate the search and the individuation of potential partners. Of course, any kind of cooperation can be explored through this instrument, not only export or investment, but also industrial cooperation, shared development of products and technologies. For example, now in this table, we are talking about health sectors, a sector where the testing and the developing of technological developing of products is of extremely importance. So through the instrument, it will be possible to explore also this kind of cooperation. As was already mentioned in the opening speeches, participation in the platform will be completely free of charge. This is a project that is financed by the Italian Trade Agency in cooperation with the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. And the platform itself will be available 24 hours a day for the time necessary from the end of this first step of the virtual presentation that we're having today until the very days before the business forum in Nairobi. So this is the instrument that we are introducing in order to facilitate, to make it easier for participants, interested companies to prepare the forum. And if you have some of today's participants, both Italian and Kenyan, have any question or interested to go more in depth, we can make use of this time that is left to us to go more in depth about this instrument or about the preparation of the business forum. So if any one of you is interested, we could start a question session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Matteo. I just want to give maybe a brief overview of this sector. I'm not a medical expert, but I work at KenInvest. It's one of the sectors we are, as a country, we're focusing on. Is a priority sector for us to attract FDI. So far, as a country, we have even landed Moderna. Moderna has already signed an agreement with Kenya to establish its base of manufacturing base here in Kenya. And we are looking at Italian players in this sector also to explore opportunity in investing in Kenya. And of course, KenInvest will be your partner in terms of facilitating and fast-tracking your establishment process here. Now, Kenya, as earlier presented even by our managing director, we are a hub for communication, finance, and logistics in Kenya, in East and Central Africa. If you look at the health sector, as much as Kenyans are seeking, specialized treatment outside the continent of Africa, or even sometimes in South Africa, in India, in Italy, UK, and other countries, Kenya itself is actually acting as a hub for the rest of the East and Central Africa region. For some of them specialized services, our neighbors actually come to Kenya for this service. And so any specialized hospital practitioners from Italy can locate in Kenya, specifically Nairobi, and then that service is not only limited to Kenyans, but will be serving the rest of East and Central Africa region. So we'll be appealing to investors, the players here, or people present, to take advantage of that, the hub nature of Kenya, and establish your presence in Kenya, and then serve the rest of Africa and the region. So with that brief, and if there is any other person who would want to maybe share something, can proceed. Thank you, Mr. Amit.
Thank you. In the meantime, I would just, okay, Mr. Isaac, please.
Yes, mine to support Ken Invest, and also an area that we can collaborate more is on training, specialized training. I was waiting for a presentation from the universities in the session. Those are the areas for specialized trainings that I think it's an area that is needed for cooperation and exchange program, as well as you mentioned, the manufacturing sector of specialized equipment, and also for other specialized pharmaceuticals as well. So those are the areas, because the cost of maybe importing all the way from Europe or any other source, if they can set up their branches or industries in Kenya, it will reduce the costs significantly. Now, my other question maybe to Matteo was that in our breakout room, do we have a representative maybe from some of the companies that are looking for support or any investment in healthcare, so that they can introduce themselves briefly to know which are the interested groups within the healthcare? Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I see in the list of participants some, I mean, a little number of Italian companies, but in the meantime, I see that Mr. Macharia joined us. I see him. Please activate your microphone.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry for joining you late in this meeting. I'm in another meeting in Morocco, so I'll be trying to juggle the time, do a little bit of your meeting and the meeting in Morocco. I am the team lead for local manufacturing in Kenya, and if there is any investor who wishes to come into our space, it's good they display what is it that they manufacture in Italy, and then we can start the deliberation from that point. Welcome into this meeting, and I'll try as much as possible to be with you until the whole process is completed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Macharia, for joining us and for giving us this contribution. As for what was the question about Italian companies, yes, I see in this table we have a comparatively limited number of companies present, but since we are the agency that will be in charge of recruiting Italian companies for the business forum in December, it could be interesting to add some more information, not necessarily now, but also in direct contact with our office in Nairobi, in order to make the selection as precise and as effective as possible, so that we can invite companies that are really interested in the projects, in the technologies, and in the activities that are requested in Kenya. So if there are any Italian companies now connected and they're willing to speak or to present, to introduce themselves, we could give the floor to them. Do you have any? Can please just activate your microphone and video. We can hear you.
Can I speak?
Yes.
My name is Georgina Porro. I'm speaking from CNG Depurazione Industriale in Florence.
Yes.
We're involved in the health industry and a lot of pharmaceutical companies because we design vacuum evaporators for the treatment of the wastewater that they produce in the manufacture of medicines, of whatever kind of let's say industrial wastewater which is obviously very specialized, chemotherapy, this kind of I can see that I can activate my video as well. Thank you. And I was just interested in introducing myself. If there is an opportunity in Kenya, this is certainly a sector that would be very interested in developing further. So if there's someone involved in the health sector who is in the pharmaceutical companies, who has a responsibility for this sector, thinking about the environmental impact of the wastewater from this very specialized industry, please don't hesitate to get in contact with me.
Thank you, Ms. Porro. Unfortunately, apparently you have your camera disabled because
okay.
Now we can see you. No, anyway, it's important what you said before, well, because this is a first step, as was also already mentioned. This is a first step of this project that we are going to develop together with our Kenyan partners, and it will take the next 3 months, roughly. So it's important to have now a more precise sketch of those who are interested. In this respect, what the information you gave us about your company is already something that we can work upon. You say you are already present in Kenya as a company.
No, we're not present in Kenya, but we're certainly very interested in entering both Kenya and East Africa in general. So we see that as an interesting first step.
Okay, so given this role of Kenya as a hub for Central Africa, probably this could be the entry gate, let's say, let's call it this way, the entry gate to the whole region. And in this respect, what we can do is maybe get in contact with our office in Nairobi, who was opened very recently. We had, as Italian trade agency, a temporary structure. We had a person actually working with us in Kenya that helped us to give support to Italian company, but of course it was a limited solution. But since last April, we opened a real office. So we have a person, one of our colleagues there, permanently there, and a local staff that is growing at the moment. And this will be probably the contact point, the entry contact point for the preparation of the forum. So if you can send to our colleague, Mr. Manenti, then later on we'll share, of course, the contact of all participants. But it would be useful to let our office there have a presentation of the company and of the business targets that you intend to see in Kenya and in East Africa in general, so that they can check with potential partners, see what is the real demand or the real opportunities of offering on the market, and prepare some meetings, some B2B meetings in December if you intend to participate in the business forum.
Okay, thank you very much. I will definitely get in contact, and thank you for organizing this event.
Oh, no, thank you for taking part in it, because of course we make these opportunities, but what is really important is that companies really participate and take interest in it. If you can write in the chat an email address to which we can send you the further information about that, I will take note of it and forward it to our colleagues in Kenya. And
Thank
also
you.
in the sector, I don't know if you already participate in some of our activities in other countries, but as Italian Trade Agency, we also have a sectorial office that is in charge of technologies, in this specific case, healthcare-related technologies, so that you can receive also information about other activities we make around the world.
Thank you. I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I don't know if some of our Kenyan partners have any comments or something to add to this presentation. Ms. Porro, could you once more tell us the name of the company?
Yes, my company is C&G Depurazione Industriale, and we are located near Florence in Italy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other of our guests is willing to introduce the company or comment on the speeches that were already made in this session? Because of course the structure of this event is that we have these 4 parallel tables, so they all have to start and stop in the same moment, even though participation is not so equally shared among the table. We see that some have a bigger number of participants. Some, of course, it depends also on the sector, because in both in Italy and in Kenya. Okay, thank you. I see the name of the company. If you could also put an email address that we can use for the communication. I see that our colleague from the Kenyan Ministry of Health has also sent his email in the chat. I'm taking note of both. Okay, any more contribution from our participants? Okay, while we wait for other participants to raise their hands and take part, maybe I'll go a little bit further on the presentation of the next events, the business forum that will be held in Kenya in December. Of course, the structure is not, and the program is not officially completed yet, but it will be an event that will be articulated both in a session, in a plenary session and sectorial session like the one we are leading today, but in presence. But there will be another part that is not present in today's program that will be specifically dedicated to companies and will host B2B meetings between Italian and Kenyan counterparts. So that's why we attach this importance to the preparation, because these B2B meetings, of course, will have slots of roughly 20-25 minutes, so they're not really long. And it's important to prepare them in advance by sharing information and by exploring opportunities and targets from the participants. We will send information about it to Italian companies probably 1 month before, so probably in November. There will be the official publication of the program and the recruiting campaign of companies for the event in December in Nairobi. It will take place in Nairobi in presence, as was already said. And also before that moment, I once again underline the importance to see on the platform that will be online by the beginning of October, to see the business proposal, investment proposal, and other cooperation proposals that will be uploaded on the platform by Kenyan companies and institutions. That is something that will be very useful in order to prepare the business meeting. I see in the chat that we also have the website of the ministry. Okay. Okay. Yes, of course, I know that the two events are in a way overlapping each other, ours today and the ones in Morocco you're attending. So we are really grateful for your participation, and of course we understand that any further comments or information could be also shared in the next days, not necessarily today. So I don't know if any other of our participants intends to take the floor. In this case, maybe I see if I can share as a further information a preview of our web page dedicated to the event, so that I can explain also how it works properly. Let me see if we have the presentation available. Yes. Okay. So I share for a moment my screen. Okay. I don't know if you see the presentation.
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay, you see that this will be the home page that is not completely, of course, completed yet. But as you see, that will be a home page where companies from the Italian side will be able to get acquainted with the business proposal and investment proposals from our Kenyan partners. As you see, this homepage is very simple. And besides the information that for the moment, of course, is just very limited, it's only related to today's online country presentation, there will be also this section here that is the most important, because Kenyan companies that will be uploaded on the platform will be subdivided, as it was already said, by sector, and those visitors that will browse the site, the page, and look for opportunities will be able to select by sectors. You see there is now just a part of the sectors that will be available: agro-industry, energy, healthcare, ICT, and so on. Of course, at the moment, the lists are empty because we still have to recruit and upload the Kenyan companies. But once this activity is done, it will be possible, for example, to select, let's say, ICT and have a list of companies. You see, this is, of course, it's just an example. Now it's empty. There will be the logotype of the company, name, and everything. And there will be the possibility to browse by company, by products, by product lines, and also to see details of the company, concrete details. Of course, at this moment, the page is empty, but there will be the possibility to request direct contact information to get in touch with the company outside the platform, also offline, and the possibility to contact the company within the platform. So Italian visitors, once they are registered, you see here there is a register button that is very simple to use. They will be able to contact the companies featured on the platform directly and in complete privacy, of course. that will be a one-to-one conversation, not a public one, and explore the possibility to find common target, common advantages in cooperation. This page, of course, will be completed with the products if Kenyan companies are willing to share information about single products or product lines and so on. And images and information will be displayed in this page. So it's very simple. On a single page, you have all the information and also the contact needed to get in touch with the company. The registration, as I said, for Italian companies visiting the website is quite easy. It's very simple mask in order to get registered so that they can have full access to the contacts and to the information uploaded on the platform. And once the company is registered, can simply log in with the credential. There will be an automatic profiling, and will get in with a simple login in any moment, at any moment. As I said, this platform will be online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in preparation of December's event. This is the basic information. Of course, there will also be the possibility, now it's not already, we don't have the schedule already, but there will be the possibility to add here some more events like the one we are attending now. You see there is the link to a test, to a sample event that is related to today's online country presentation. And there could be more than this, because since we have a couple of months from the end of today's online country presentation and the business forum in Nairobi, there is a possibility that some more activities could take place. Those activities will be possible to reach them via this single web page. So we designed it in order to be a single entry point for all companies, well, not only companies, also association and other partners that are interested in the event, in the bilateral event of Nairobi in December. And this will be the main entry point, let's call it this way. So this is basically the functioning of the platform. Of course, there is also the possibility to show a full link of all exhibitors without any reference to products, sectors, and anything. But there will be something like, yes, a single list. Of course, each uploaded company will be requested to complete its space with logotype, images, details, categories, anything that would be useful to make the most of this online interaction. So if there are no other questions, I back now the screen sharing. If there is time, we would like to present our company. Yes, of course. I see here in the chat, Mr. Hiseni.
Buongiorno, mi vedete?
Buongiorno. Sì. Yeah, we see you.
Can you see me and hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you all for this opportunity. And I would like also to greet in Kiswahili, habari to all. Basically,
Nzuri sana.
Nzuri, asante. Mimi ninaitwa Ledina. I've lived in Tanzania for 1 year. That's why I've learned also Kiswahili. I'm very happy to be here in this meeting. The company that I represent is called Newster Group. The company basically is a manufacturer of hospital sterilization technologies. Our core business is the sterilizer, the producer for a sterilizer which treats medical solid waste. It's a sustainable and alternative technology for the management on site of the solid waste. We have no business in Kenya. We have business in other African countries. We are, for example, in Mozambique with a project co-financed from the Italian Agency for International Cooperation. It was a very successful project with the installation of a sterilizer in Maputo, in Beira. And we'd like to replicate this kind of project also in other countries where the treatment of hospital waste is can be an environmental issue if it's not treated properly. Also, the company produce other technologies for other waste streams, like, for example, laboratory fluid waste, which also is a topic that needs to be treated. And we also are sending a project for Ethiopia. It's a project in a containerized solution, ready to use. So we'd like to present our company to the Kenyan companies and to the Kenyan authorities, and search for an opportunity to collaborate.
Thank you.
Questions I can also I attest. You can find the link of the company, and I can also leave my email.
Thank you. Yes, of course, this, as already said, this is a first step, so it will be, we will be more than happy to include also the address, your address, in the dissemination of information about both the platform, the one we already presented, and the event in December. Besides this, of course, yes, as was already said, it is very useful to get in touch with our office in Nairobi, also directly, because the main task of our network offices in the world is to give this both first information, but also accompany Italian companies in their contact to the market, because they stay there as part of our government network. So it is a public service that we offer in this respect. And it goes without saying that contact and consulting in this respect is completely full of charge for Italian companies. And besides that, we also have an office in Addis Ababa. You mentioned Ethiopia as another market.
Yes, another country.
I don't know if you are in contact with our office in Addis Ababa, but it is exactly
not yet.
the same.
But I will take note of this. Not yet. The project is about to start in November, so it is very useful information.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah, because our network in Africa actually is growing. Until 2-3 years ago, we had only a limited number of offices, especially in the Mediterranean area of Africa, because traditionally it was more closely linked to Italy, and it was we have a network that stays there since a longer time. But now we are opening more offices with direct presence of our people in African countries. Kenya is one of the newest ones, together with Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, that was already there since 2016, if I remember well. We were there since some time ago. And then we also have some so-called correspondence points. So these offices are able to work not only in the country where they are established, but they have some people, some local people working for them in other countries, in surrounding countries. For example, Addis Ababa office has connection also with representatives in Uganda, Rwanda, and Somalia. They are not offices, but we have local people that work for us, so we can offer the same services at the same conditions to Italian companies also for these markets, for these additional markets. So it's the same advice. Be in touch with us, directly with us as organizers of this event, but also with our offices on the ground, so that it can be presence is more effective. Okay,
Thank you so much. Asanteni sana again. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you again. I see that in 1.5 minute will be brought back to the main session. So this session, this sectorial table will close automatically in a little more than 1 minute. And after that, we'll be all together again in the plenary session for the closing remarks. So let me thank you really for the cooperation and for the information that was shared today, both our Kenyan partners and the Italian companies that introduced themselves today. And I see probably you all see the countdown in a little more than 60 seconds will be brought back to the plenary session. So thank you really again, and see you in a few seconds in another session. Thank you.